turn on your videos, turn up here, be accountable. That I believe having your video on is the ultimate accountability tool to say, hey, I'm here for this next 45 minutes. I know you guys always have so many leaders leaning into this session to provide you guys wisdom and insights and inspiration. And honestly, I really want to encourage you guys that you give the leaders, not me, who cares about me, but just all the leaders when you get on here, give them and the guests, give them the respect they deserve, and just be here for 45 minutes. Be present for 45 minutes. We really are here to serve you guys. I'd love to know who you guys are. I know lots of faces that are here. I'd love to know what's going on in your world when it comes to all things Juice Plus. And more importantly, if there was one thing that we could support you guys with, let's start with that tonight. If there was one thing that we could support you with here in the Juice Plus business, what would that one thing be? Where do you feel like you need more support when it comes to Juice Plus? Where do you feel like you need more support to help you create the success that you're looking for? I'd love you guys to pop it in the chat, as Bridget mentioned. And while you guys are doing that, maybe I'll share a little bit of my story. I feel like there's lots of people that I know. Stacey, about reach outs. Let's dive into that tonight. Stacey, I'm definitely going to speak a little bit about reach outs. And again, guys, I'd love you guys in the chat, share if there's something that's frustrating you, something that you feel challenged by. If you feel like, maybe I feel like I'm doing the work but not quite getting the results, then let's talk a little bit into that tonight. But I'm going to share for the next 5-10 minutes a little bit of my story. Most of you guys, well, some know it, some of you guys don't. I am proud to say that it's almost to the day my 10-year anniversary. I think I officially, some would say I've been here for 11 years, but I'll be honest, I signed up as a partner of the Juice Plus company very reluctantly in the beginning. I wasn't interested in doing Juice Plus. Linda Evenden is the person that approached me. I actually signed up to Juice Plus 11 years ago, so Linda would probably leave me alone, to be honest. Because in that time, I didn't really understand how you really could create much success here. I thought the only way you could be successful in a business like this is that you had to annoy everyone that you know. And although I've always been very ambitious, I've always been hardworking. I definitely didn't really get this business model. I didn't see how you could do it without annoying everyone you know, as I said. And so I signed up, 11 years ago. I didn't do anything. I had a personal training business. So it was kind of like Linda wanted to talk to my trainers, and I said, go for it. You go talk to them. And she said, I might as well sign you up. And I said, I don't think you need to, but sure, if that's what you want to do, go for it. So that's how it started. I didn't do anything for a year. And then Linda, about 6 months before I really lent into it, 6 months or 10 years and 6 months ago, I think what really changed for me is that Linda probably stopped telling me that I needed to do Juice Plus or I should do Juice Plus. Instead, she took the time to probably take a greater interest in my business and my own traditional business. And she did a great job of sharing stories of success that was happening inside this community. That's what got me curious, to be honest. Linda actually walked into one of my gyms and shared Juice Plus. I actually loved the products. I remember taking the products home, 3 years before I said yes to it. We had Juice Plus in our cupboard for honestly 3 years before I even wanted anything to do with the Juice Plus business. But we become really good friends with Linda, and I think that what Linda did a great job of is sharing stories. And I want to kind of help you guys a little bit of insight on that, how important it is. If you really want to be able to share this with other people, trying to tell people that they should and need to take Juice Plus, or they should and need to get involved in the business, in my experience, me included, I don't think works so well. So, but how do we share that, right? How do we share? And I honestly believe it's about us getting good at asking good questions. And secondly, It's about getting good at sharing parts of your story or other stories that might resonate with the individual, right? Really learning how to do that. And I'm going to talk about that into even conversations tonight, Stace. I think you get lots out of it. But just to kind of wrap up my story. So 10 years ago, I decided to get this thing going. I think I officially started May 17, 2014. May 17, 2014. And for me, straight away, I don't know about you guys, but when I decide to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm really going to do it. I'm going to give it a red hot crack. And I think right from the get go, I really decided, all right, I'm doing this thing. Let's give this thing a go. Let's keep building my belief around this profession. But I really saw what this could be. Actually, Linda did an amazing job where she introduced me or exposed me to an event where a young 27-year-old couple had made more money for the month than I'd made for the year. And that's what got me really curious. For me, at the time, I was earning an okay six-figure income, but she introduced me to a young couple that had made $200,000 for the month doing Juice Plus, which got me a little interested. And some of you guys may be here tonight going, what? Can people really make that sort of money in Juice Plus? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Did I believe that I could make $200,000 for the month doing Juice Plus back then? Absolutely not. I thought that happened to unicorns and unicorns only. But I thought to myself, if I could make 5% of that a month, that'd change my life. That'd change my life. If I could make 5% of $200,000 for the month, that'd change my life. And I thought, you know what? Surely I could do something like that. If this young couple can do that, surely I could do 5% of that. Even if I did 1% of that, it was going to make an impact to my life. So I went home, told my partner, the mother of my kids, I'm going to do Juice Plus. And she said, you're an idiot. In roundabout words, she said, there's no way you've got the time to do Juice Plus. I don't know why you'd consider doing this, and I don't think it's a good idea. And it's the only thing I'm allowed to say that I was right and she was wrong for the rest of our lives. The rest of it isn't worth doing. But I will say that, I'm so glad that I just decided to give this a go. The next thing is, I said, and if you guys have got partners at home that don't truly believe this yet, right? They're skeptical. They're unsure. Why are you doing this? Why are you spending Monday night listening to this guy yelling at you? Just embrace it. Honestly, embrace it. It's okay. Like they're meant to be concerned. They're meant to be worried. And I know back then, my partner at the time, the reason why she was probably skeptical and wanted me to resist it because she didn't want to see me waste my time. She didn't want to see me waste any money, and she wanted to make sure that I stayed focused on what made sure food was on the table each and every week. So I think she came from a good place, and I think understanding that maybe when your partner is a little resistant, it's normal. They haven't seen what you've seen. They haven't heard the stories. They're not turning up here. They're just, sitting back being skeptical. And I'm going to guess what? You were probably skeptical before this as well. You've just seen more. You've heard more, and that your belief has grown. So I said to my partner, give me 6 to 8 months. I said, if you think I'm an idiot, I'm sorry. I said, do you really think I'm an idiot? I know that was a bit of a dangerous question to ask her, but she said, no, not really. And I said, well, I'm going to give this a go. And honestly, I think the thing that I said to her, if you've got a better idea on how to break through where we're currently at in our life, then I'm all ears. But other than that, just give me some time. I'm going to give this a go. And I think for me, it was then my job to prove that this was worth my time. And so I really went all in. I really went all in. I made sure I made this a priority, that this couldn't get in the way of other things. And so that's what I really did right from the get-go. I made sure that this was a priority, even though that I had a traditional business that needed to still tick over, even though, we had 2 little baby kids, baby girls at the time, like they were 6 and 2 at the time. I was going to manage and do my best to do as much as I can. But this had to remain a priority. No matter how busy I got in my life, this had to remain a priority. And I want you guys to understand that. If you want to create success here, this has to be a priority. If this is going to make an impact on your life to the level that you want it to be, then it has to be a priority. You have to, and not saying that other things need to, you need to quit your job or not turn up to work. You've got to do all those things. And guess what? The juggle's real. The juggle is real. Trying to juggle it all and do this other thing. The reality is the juggle is real, and you've got to be real with yourself, but also say, and I think the thing is continue to ask yourself, where can I make time to do this? How much time is this worth to me? And I think the next thing is, often people ask me, like, my biggest thing was time. Linda brought me to the event. I said, like, I see what this could be. I really see what they're doing. I feel like I could do what they're doing. But I said to her, Linda, I'm still unsure if I've got time. And she said, if you could create success here, why would that be important to you? Right? Why would that be important to you? What would success need to look like for you? Right? What would success need to look like for you? And I said to her, like, I had a decent number that I needed to make in that next night. And I want to say this, it's not what this would be in the next 12 months, but often what it'll be in the next 60 to 90 days is the reason why most of us lean into this. I'm having you all be aware here of what is on the table for you in the next 60 to 90 days. Bridget just asked the question, how do we translate that to team? How you translate it is you make them aware of what's on the table. Be understanding of there with them. Anyone that knows me knows that I love to get excited with the whiteboard. So I love to give you guys some visuals, because sometimes that doesn't make sense to a lot of people when I say that. But I want you guys to understand this part. Understand that this business only has two parts. This business is pretty simple, guys. And the reason that you haven't been showing up, the reason that your team might not be showing up, it's because I believe it's only because of one of two reasons. And those two reasons are, first of all, it's about purpose. It's about vision. It's about understanding what's on the table for you, but what's also on the table for the people that you're trying to inspire to turn up for this. And I truly believe that most of us don't do much, aren't driven by, although we have a bigger, like, something that we're working towards in the long term, what really has it show up is often what's on the table in the next 30, 60, and 90 days. I don't know about you guys, but I went to school. And when I went to school, we would get given assessments, or is that what they call it? Not assessments, but assignments at school. And we had 10-week terms at school. And often we would get given assignments in the first 2 or 3 weeks. But they weren't due until the end of term, until about week 9 or 10. I don't know about you guys, but I never finished an assignment in week 5 or week 8, and rarely were assignments finished in week 9. Often they hadn't even started in week 9, but somehow I'd find a way to get it done in the end. The unfortunate facts are about this business is it doesn't happen overnight. And you got to be willing, and that's why chunking out what's possible for you over the next 30 days, the next 60 days, and getting focused on that and helping my team get focused on that is really important. So first of all, the first part of our business is what I call the WIFM. Now, some of you guys might have read an incredible book, probably the most impactful book that I've ever read, and that's How to Win Friends and Influence People. or others. I always forget which way that is. But How to Win Friends and Influence People or Others by Dale Carnegie. It was written about 100 years ago now. It's an incredible book and talks about the WIFM. What's in it for me? When people have got a reason to show up, when they understand what's in it for them, it's amazing how people show up. It's amazing how people show up. So for me, I would say to every single one of you guys here, I want to ask you this. Never heard of it? There you go. Well, you do have now. What's in it for me? This is the first part. First of all, what's in it for you? I want to ask you guys this question. If I could show you how to put $500, maybe even $1,000 in your bank account from Juice Plus in the next 30 days before you get here to conference, would you be interested to know how to do that? I want to ask you guys this question. So I want you to put a 5 in the chat. I want to ask you this question again. If I could show you how to put $500, maybe even $1,000 in your bank account in the next 30 days, would that interest you in any way? A few of you guys got a few 5s going on. I'm curious if you would like to put an extra $500 in your bank account before you get here in Brisbane. I want to ask, how many of you guys actually know how to unlock $500 from your Juice Plus business in the next 30 days? I'd love you guys to put a 1 in the chat if you know exactly how you could put $500 in your account in the next 30 days. I want to ask, don't lie to me because I'm going to bring you guys off mute. I want to ask you guys, is it scary that you're doing something that you want to earn money, but you're not sure how to get it? Does that surprise? And then you ask, Adam, I haven't been making this a priority. Well, I tell you why I haven't been making it a priority. Because you're not focused on what you need to do to get the outcome that you're looking for. And for me, that unlocks everything. If you don't know how to unlock the next $500 in your business, then how can you inspire other people to do the same? I want you guys to get that our business isn't complicated. It's actually quite simple. But it's understanding those fundamental things, understanding how to unlock it. Some of you guys, I want to be honest, some of you guys actually know, but you love to run the story. I don't understand the numbers. Stop doing that to yourself. Stop doing that to yourself. The thing is, many of you guys go to work every week, and the reason you get up and you go to this shitty job that you don't enjoy is because you know at the end of the week, they're going to put a figure in your bank account every week so you can pay the bills. What if you treated your Juice Plus business the same way? What if you said, if I turn up, if I do the work, you know what? Juice Plus is going to put that money in my account as well. The problem is, for some of us here, your life isn't shitty enough to make it a priority. And you're comfortable being uncomfortable. Rather than say, you know what, I'm not doing this to survive, because I'm going to survive without Juice Plus. You'll be fine. You'll work it out. You'll work it out. Yes, you'll be grumpy. You'll be shitty. You have to go to work again, work for someone else's dreams, do all that sort of stuff. But you'll get by. It's about making a decision first and deciding, you know what, I deserve more. And I'm going to have more, and I need to make this a priority. The same way that you make your job a priority, that you get up each day and you turn up to work. The thing is, if you don't show up to work, you won't get paid. But you rely on that money. If you don't turn up to Juice Plus this week, this month, you won't get paid. But you'll be okay. And that's danger. So it's about, first of all, understanding what's in it for me in the next 30 days. Again, I want you guys to get obsessed by this. by saying, hey, I'd love to put $500 in my account in the next 30 days. Ivanka, I see you nodding your head a lot. I'm going to come at you. Can you come off mute? Come on.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm good. Tell me about you, Ivanka. How long have you been here in Juice Plus? How did you come across Juice Plus, and where are you at currently in your journey?
Bianca actually contacted me about 6 months ago, I want to say, and
Yes.
oh well, not 6 months, no, maybe 4 months ago, because 6 months ago we moved from South Africa to New Zealand, and
Yes.
I was kind of down and got this friend request from Bianca, and I accepted. I watched her, and she later on sent me a message. I replied, watched the videos, and then just kind of went dead from there. I messaged her back a couple of months ago and said that, okay, now I'm ready. I want to start this. I want to do this because I've been watching you, and I want to be that successful in this. And yeah, with Juice Plus, I think for a month now. No sales yet, but I'm with every meeting. I show up, I take my notes, I try, but I'm not putting this a priority. I'm not putting this as a priority in my life now.
Good. So again, I want to acknowledge you for being brave and being honest, because sometimes, let's be honest, guys, just taking responsibility and saying, you know what, I'm not really doing the work. I'm not really showing up.
Yeah.
So I know you talk about, Ivanka, you want to take this thing all the way, you want to be successful. Tell me, if I could click my fingers and give you what you want right now, what would success look like for you? Let's say you're successful now. What does that mean? Are you earning a certain figure? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, I want to say it's kind of really deep though. I want to be able to just go to the shops, because I have 2 small kids. Go to the shops.
Yes.
If I see something that I want to buy them, I want to be able to do that. And I'm not now, because I don't have even the like the standard income that I have and my husband has of our jobs and permanent, like 8 to 5 jobs. It's not covering all of it, and we just need to fill in the gaps.
Okay, cool.
So I think that might just be the success for me for now.
Okay, great. So tell me, for now, good. And I want you guys to get this. We all have our ceiling of what we believe we can achieve here. You know, when I shared before, I met Chris and Katie. They were earning $200,000 for the month. If someone had told me then, like, you could be like them, Adam, I'd be like, there's no fucking way. Are you serious? I'm not going to be earning $200,000 a month. That's ludicrous. But I thought what my ceiling was at the time was about 10, 15,000 a month. Now, I come from a traditional business background. You know, I've earned decent money in a traditional business. So the idea of earning maybe $150,000, $200,000 a year, I could get my head around. The idea of earning $500,000 a year, even $1 million a year in anything is like, okay, that's a little bit out of my, that was my, again, those things are like, I don't know if that's ever going to happen to me. Now, as my business grew, my belief grew, my vision grew, what could be possible? You guys get it? So I think it's important to decide what's your glass ceiling, what's your number. So Ivanka, I love that you talk about being able to say yes to more things. So tell me, what would you love to be earning here that would have you be in a position to be able to start to say yes to more things? What would you love to be earning per week, per month, that it would have you be in a position to be able to just start to make it feel worth your time, energy, and effort?
I would actually just be happy with maybe 2,000, because even the 15,000, it's like, wow.
No, I'm happy with that. 2,000 a month.
Yeah.
2,000 a month. Again, can you guys write what your number is? I want you guys to get this, and don't compare yourself to Ivanka. It's really important not to do this. It might, some of you guys, it might be an extra $500 a month. Some of you guys, it's $1,000 a month. Some of you, it's $2,000 a month. All right, I want you guys to write in the chat. You guys can write in the chat. Of course, some of our high achievers went first, and they threw in some big numbers. 2,000. I know for me, even $1,000 a month in the beginning was important. And the next thing is, again, Ivanka, if I could show you how to put $500 in your bank account in the next 30 days,
I would make
would
this
that
a
be worth your
bigger
time,
priority
energy, and effort?
in my life. Yeah.
Yes, good. And so I want to ask every single one of you, if I could show you how to put $500 extra into your bank account in the next 30 days, I want to ask you this question. How much time, energy, and effort do you have to put into this on a week-to-week basis? Be honest with yourself. Ivanka, can I ask, be on, like, honestly, given, you know, you've got a young family, you're working, are you working full-time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me honestly, how many hours a week do you feel you have to devote to this if you knew that you could put that first $500 in your bank account?
So I do have blocks during my day, and for my free time, it's usually about 2 hours.
Okay, good. So can I ask, in those 2 hours, could you dedicate an hour each day if you knew that this could land you at least $500 in your account in the next 30 days?
Yep.
I'm not sure if you guys know
Well,
Alex's story, but
definitely. No, definitely.
Alex with 5 kids, Alex Matthews' story with 5 kids, replaced her afternoon cup of tea and cookie to Juice Plus. It's a cool story, right? She dedicated, instead of sitting there and sipping tea and having a coffee, I just imagine her there with her kids running around playing this game that they play at their house, and she's sipping there having tea and her cookie. Instead, she said, instead of doing that, I'm going to focus my energy on Juice Plus. I want you guys to get this. First of all, there has to be what's in it for me. You guys get what I just did then? Okay, we talked about what's in it for me, what's in it for Ivanka. I'm saying to her, there's $500 on the table for you, babe, if you want it. Here it is. There's $500 there. Do you want it? Okay, good. The next thing is, what I want to help her understand, what is it going to take to help her get it? Ivanka, if I told you that there was $500 buried in your backyard right now,
I would start
would you
digging.
start digging. I love it.
Yeah.
I want you guys to get this. Here's the thing, but if I said, Ivanka, there's $500 buried in your neighborhood, what would you do?
It'll be a bit more tricky, but I'll go around asking if I could
Most of us
dig
here would be
around.
like $500 to expect it's in the vicinity of where I'm gonna dig, as if, Adam. You guys get that? But when I say it's in your backyard, all of a sudden you're like, what? It's in my backyard? You serious?
Yeah.
There's a high possibility I'm going to find that. I'm going to start digging. I want you guys to understand the same with here. What I want you guys all to understand. How many of you guys here tonight are not yet senior partner, have not got to senior partner in their business? Write a number 2 in the chat. I'd love to know who you are here. Right, number 2 in the chat. I want to map this out. And here, I want you guys to get this. If you are a senior partner and maybe you want to move towards sales coordinator or QSSC or SSC, understanding what I'm about to do, guys, is such an important part of what we do here, is understanding, show them the money. I'm going to show Ivanka where the money is. Ivanka, let's teach you how to do this. Because here's the thing. The first thing is, now we've got her attention with this $500. The next thing is helping you understand there's 2 parts of it. If this is your business, we want to help you get a handful of customers. If we can help you find 5 customers in the next 30 days, if those 5 customers order a premium pack, the fruit, veg, and berry, or something similar, or something similar, those orders alone, just at the partner level, is worth about 46. It's worth $46 to you. Those
Wow.
5 orders, did you know that? Those 5 orders, even if you're at partner level, is worth $46. So 5 times 46 is $230.
Wow.
Just by those 5 orders, just at partner level. How many guys didn't realize that?
Me.
Your own order's worth that. Have you ordered, Ivanka?
Yeah.
Yes, great. What did you order?
Premium, I think it was.
Fruit, veg, and berry?
The fruits, veg, and no, the shake.
The shakes. Awesome. So fruit,
Yeah.
veg, and shakes, it'll be something similar. I think that's the feel good, look good $500 pack, made 500 point pack, right? So you get $50 for that. But you're going to get $50 over the 4 months. Here's the other thing. If we can help you find 4 more orders like that, it's another 4 times $50 you're going to get on that order, right? It also means that you're on 2,500 points. It means that you're partner plus. So you pick up $100 or $150 bonus for getting past 1,300 points in 10 to 30 days. On top of that, if we were able to, and I want you to focus on this, not only think about helping you find 3 or 4, 3 to 5 customers, but then I'd ask you to think about a couple of people that you know right now that might be sharing the same challenges. Who do you know right now that is feeling stretched financially, that feels like they're just getting by? Can I ask, Ivanka, do you think you're the only person that's feeling pretty stretched financially?
No, not at all.
No.
Especially not
No,
at
not
work.
at all. And we're going to get to Stacey's point about conversations in a second. But I want you guys to get this. I want you to think about over the next 30 days, Ivanka, you make a decision. You know what? In the next 30 days, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I'm going to go and find 5, maybe 6 customers in the next 30 days. That I'm going to go and find 2 people that might be interested in creating an extra income. And tell me this, would you love to be able to help someone put $300 in their bank account in the next 30 days? Because that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you finding 2 people and saying, hey, I'd love to teach you how to put some money in your account if you're interested. Hey, if you'd love to get on top of your financial situation, I might have something you could be interested. I'd love to share something with you. You go to Bianca and say, Bianca, what do I send these people? And then she'll probably say, send them an event, send them something like this, put them in front of me. And then if you can help these 2 people go and get to 1,300 points, means that you help them put $100, $150 bonus in their account. You help them put that 1,300 is $130 in retail sales profit. You help them make $200 to $300 while they help you get to senior partner, which is 3,900 points in 60 days. And all of a sudden, you've helped 2 people potentially put $200 to $300 in their account. And while you do that, you find 5, 6 customers, but you also get the senior partner and you unlock another $300 bonus. It means you make 300 plus 100 400, plus we talked about $230 here. And I've just shown you how to put $630 in your bank account in the next 30 days.
Wow.
But I want you guys to get this. I didn't get Ivanka's attention until I asked her about this first. Ivanka, this business is really simple. Find 5 customers in the next 30 days. There's $230 minimum on the table for you.
Here we go.
I want you guys to get this. Imagine I'm like, it's here, guys. It's right here. The money's here. But most of you guys are not playing this game like the money is just sitting there waiting. You just got to go get it. Most of you guys are like, oh, I'll do some stuff and when I get time to do this, I'll do it. And then I'll wake up every month and I'll go, I wonder how much Juice Plus is going to pay me this month. Imagine if you guys treated your job like that. I'll drive to work, some days I'll wake up and, I'll get to work at some time. And, just every week I'll go to my bank account and I'll just see what my job paid me today. You guys would be broke. You'd be as broke as what you are in your Juice Plus business. I want you guys to talk. The next thing I want to talk about is conversation. Stacey, I want to touch on this really quickly about this, because our business, the next thing is, Adam, how do I find these people? How do I find a few customers? How do I find team? You know how you do? One is you've got to be talking to people. And you just got to get proactive. Honestly, it's so easy on social media. Go to people's stories, say hello, go to birthdays, say happy birthday, go add new friends, get into groups of similar interests. There's so many ways that you can talk to people. So many ways. But the next thing is this isn't just a chat shop. You can get online and just chat about random BS all the time. And I'm telling you, then you're going to say to me, Adam, I'm doing the work and not getting, no, that's not the work. That's like driving to work and sitting in the car park. Well, I go to work every day. I just don't go in. They ain't going to pay you for doing that. The similar in this business. If you're just hanging around on social media, scrolling, talking about people's cats and dogs and all that sort of nonsense, that's not doing this business. Stop asking them about their cats and the dogs and the kids and never really getting to the point. The thing is, I want you guys to get this, and I often say this, there's only a few reasons why most of us not getting results. One is that we're not talking enough. We're not talking to people. We're not being proactive. And the reason you're not making it a priority to talk to people is because you don't realize the money that's on the table. That would be my guess. What I know is if you could put $500 in your bank account in the next 30 days, your mind would start to expand like, shit, maybe I can do this thing. Maybe I can turn this into a consistent 500, even 1,000 a month. Maybe I can help some other people turn this into a $500 to $1,000 a month income and watch this thing grow. You got to be talking to people. Second, if you are talking to people, you've got to get to the point. And you've got to be brave and invite people. And what I mean by get to the point, take an interest in the areas of their life where this business can actually help. Take an interest. If you want to attract more customers, you know what you need to do? You need to start taking interest in people's health. You need to stop talking to them about Juice Plus and make it about them. Take an interest in their health. Take an interest in what's going on. Right? When you notice and you can see that people aren't having a great time with their health, take an interest in it. What are they doing? Are they doing anything to get on top of it? Like maybe last time you spoke to them, they were sick. How are you? What are you doing to stay on top of it? Are you doing anything to stay on top of it? And then invite, hey, I might have something you could be interested. I've been doing something for a little while. I've been following something. I've been using something for a while. I love it. It's about sharing stories. I don't know if it's for you. It's just casual. I don't know if it's for you, but if I sent you a little bit of information, would you be able to check it out? Get to the point. Guys, right now, I know this for a fact in New Zealand. I played golf with a guy last week. It's my standard line to every story, I think, every second story anyway. But it is my life. I played golf last week with a guy who used to own about 3 or 4 pharmacies in Mount Maunganui area. And he said, we're so glad that we sold when we did. And I said, why is that? And he goes, New Zealand, man, it's tough. He said, like the cost of living, inflation's out of control, interest rates are out of control. And just, it's worrying right now. It's tough. Now, guys, here's the clue. If times are tough, then guess what people are looking for? They're looking for ways to create an income. Right now, our business thrives in this environment because we get to help people that are looking for ways to create extra income. Cost of fuel. The number one question I would be asking everyone that I speak to, it's not the first question, but it's a question that I'm going to ask early on. Like, how crazy is the cost of living right now? I'm gonna be asking, how crazy is the cost of living right now? Have you been affected? It's a stupid question because I already know the answer, but it's a question that I want to ask, Stace. If I'm asking that question, if you guys want to do this, you want to make an impact, you want to build a business, like right now, you guys should be like, honestly, there are so many people that are looking for ways to create an income, but often they're not running around saying, I'm looking for something, I'm looking for something. They're just thinking, shit, what are we going to do? This is what I ask people. I often ask them, what are you doing to mitigate the rising cost of living right now? I know for us, it's a worry as well. And when I can say, you know, and just, are you open to ideas? You know, people say, oh, we're cutting back, blah, blah, blah. Just like, is cutting back what you want to do? No. Have you ever thought about creating an income from home? Have you ever thought about doing something from home? Have you ever thought about, you know, finding a way how you could generate an extra stream of income around what you're currently doing? I might have something you could be interested. If I sent you something to have a look at, would you be open to check it out? It's simple as that. Again, it's about starting conversations. It's about being direct and asking good questions that lead to the answers that you're looking for. You know, it's about, you know, sending them maybe a little info, lean into your upline. What do they send? Ask them, what do you send when you've got someone that might be interested in having a look at this around the business? Then it's about following people up, staying with them, help them get, everyone's got reasons why they can't do it. Your job's to help them move through that. Like, you know, everyone's, oh, I'm skeptical. Don't treat them like they're an alien. They're skeptical. You're skeptical? Good. When people are skeptical, I welcome it. I'm glad you're skeptical. If you weren't, I'd be worried about you. Love to catch up, love to chat, see if I can help answer your questions. I hope tonight's been helpful, guys. I've got to get on the Monday night momentum session. Thank you for interacting, Ivanka. I can't wait to be back here and keep leaning into you guys. And I can't wait to see you guys here in Brisbane next month conference. Trust me, I know it doesn't make sense to come, but trust me, you'll understand when you come how important it is to be at conference next month when you're here. So look forward to catching you guys. Come and say
Thanks,
hello.
Adam.
Let's catch up soon. See you again. Bye.
Thanks everyone. Bye.